Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lab 4 of ARGO CD. Let's remind ourselves of the requirements. We're going to install ARGO CD both on the Kubernetes cluster and also as CLI on our local machine. Then we're going to do a port forwarding to the service that we created in on the cluster for ARGO CD. Then we're going to log in. We're going to get the IP and the admin password. We're going to use the CLI to log in. Then we're going to create the app. In the last video, Lab 3, we had done up to that point. We had created an app. So if you have missed those videos, please go back and look at them because those are required before we start the next step. So now we created the app. Now we're going to, by the way, all of these steps are documented in my repo here. That will be in the description below. And you can follow the steps there. It's much easier to do it that way. So when you left Lab 3, we had created an app, right? So that was done. Now we can confirm this by simply running this command. The name of the app that we gave it was foobar nginx. So let's make sure that we have that. Okay, these are all the little details about that app, what the backend repo is, what the path is, sync is allowed or not, so on and so forth. Right now, you see the sync status is out of sync because we didn't tell it to auto sync. That's why even though repo exists, the app exists in the repo, nothing has actually happened on the Kubernetes because we didn't tell it to auto sync. Right now, it is out of sync. Its health is missing because nothing has happened on the cluster. The app is defined on the repo, but nothing has gotten through to the cluster. That's what we're going to do next. So next step is we already said that it was out of sync. Now we're going to sync the app. Very simple. In the command line tool, ARGO CD app sync name of the app. What this will do is it will go to the app's configuration, go to the GitHub repo at the backend. It will download all the YAMLs and apply them all onto our cluster so that and then whatever is defining those resources, that's what will get created. So we sync that, and you see that a bunch of stuff happened. In our case, it's just a deployment of an nginx. That's all that happened. So if we now get deploy, we really should see deployment. You see, there's an nginx deployment running that wasn't running before because it grabbed the YAML from the repo and used that to create this on the cluster that we logged onto. So that is done. Now what we're going to do next is we're going to actually delete this app on our cluster. The YAML still exists in the repo. Nothing has changed there because what we're going to do is we're going to create now next time with auto sync. They will automatically sync up. We don't have to sync it manually. All right, so that's done. Now we're going to create the same app again, and this time we're going to say auto sync. Same backend, same everything, except that auto sync is automated. It is created. All right. So now we can run the same commands again. See, not the sync command. Let's get the app, right? Definition of the app. You see, very similar thing. Not a whole lot changed, but sync policy is automated. All right. So now what you see is it's already synced. We didn't do anything this time to manually sync this. It's automatically synced. It went to the backend repo, got the definitions, deployed them in our cluster as a deployment. And you will see that here. And it's running, and it got created 34 seconds ago. You see, that means it's the new one that was auto synced. So again, the idea is you have a repo where all your YAMLs are kept. As soon as you make an update there, it grabs it and installs the latest version onto our cluster. That's the whole idea. It's a continuous deployment from the source of truth to your Kubernetes cluster. That's why ARGO CD is becoming so popular, because it is so easy to install and configure and whatnot. So I hope you find these videos useful. If you do, please like and subscribe. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you in some other lab, probably for CKD.